Holy shit, dude. The realest dudes on YouTube, how you doing? It is the Turek Gamer here, and today I'm bringing you a video on what is, my opinion, the best division to use in Call of Duty World War II. Now, out of infantry, airborne, armored, mountain, and expeditionary, there is one division that I love, one that is dear to my heart, one that I use almost every game, in every situation, every game mode that I love to run. But before we get into that, let me tell you some, cons. Let me tell you some lies and some misconceptions about some divisions. Now, most people out there think that whatever division they run, they have to use that weapon of choice. Meaning, if they're running mountain, they think they have to be a sniper. Or if they're running airborne, they think they have to run an SMG. Well, that is wrong. You don't have to use a special designed weapon for that division. You can use a shotgun on airborne just for the speed. You can use an assault rifle on armor just to stay away from grenades. Many people think that they have to use that weapon of choice just for the division. And also, many people think they have to use infantry just to have 4 attachments on a gun. If you want 4 attachments on a gun, you have to use infantry and you have to use prime. A lot of people think they need 4 attachments on a gun. You don't really need 4 attachments on a gun. So with that said, what is the best division to run in Call of Duty World War II? Well, that, my friends, is the Mountain Division. There's a couple reasons why I love to run the Mountain Division. The first one is you're always invisible to the UAV. You're always invisible to the enemy recon aircraft. Meaning, if you go to airborne and you think putting on that suppressor with flanker is going to help, well, with flanker, you have to be running at full speed. But what don't you get with flanker? The other 2 things you get with mountain, and that is your hidden to player controlled streaks and silent movement. Now, if you're running airborne and you think putting the suppressor and flanker is going to help, well, guess what? You're still going to be loud with your footsteps, and you're still going to get killed by those glide bombs and those pilot fighters. The glide bomb and the pilot fighters are used probably by 95% of people. They're easy to get streaks, and just everyone spams them. So with mountain, you get the silent movement, meaning your footsteps are silent because soundboarding in this game is ridiculous. Even if, all you need is earbuds and you can hear the footsteps. And you're also hidden to player controlled streaks. So if you're streaking, if you're on airborne, you got your suppressor on, you got your flanker on, you're streaking, you're 1 more kill off a nuke, or you're 1 more kill off a paratroopers or a ball turret gunner, and you get killed by a glide bomb, you're gonna be raging, baby. You're gonna be raging Cajun. So that's why I like mountain. I would rather stay on the UAV when I'm shooting rather than using airborne and being on the UAV at all times if I'm not using flanker, because you gotta give up your 1 basic training perk to stay off the map running at full speed if you're using airborne or something like armored or infantry. So I don't want to do that. I would rather use mountain. I would rather get the always invisible, always, keyword always invisible to the UAV. I want to be able to be hidden by player control streaks so I don't get gunned down and shredded up by the ball turret gunner. And I also love the silent movement. Now if you're thinking, well, I can get silent movement by putting the basic training perk on. Well, guess what? You do that, you're going to have to give up flankers, so you're going to be on the map. That was my inner, Stephen A. Smith right there. I'm always mad. Anyways, Mountain is the best class, it's the best division, the best division to run. Now, should you run this in every game mode? You could if you want to. But if you're playing something like Dom, if you're playing something like Hardpoint, if you're playing something that has an objective where you're going to be grenaded, you know, you don't need to run Mountain because they're going to know where you are, especially if you're playing objective. You know, if you're playing Dom, they're going to know that you're trying to get B. They're going to know where you are, that you're trying to get A or C. So something like Armored would work then, because then with Armored, you take less fire damage and you take less explosive damage. So you can watch out for those grenades. But of any other game mode, in my opinion, the best division in this game is Mountain. And another cool thing about Mountain is you also get that sniper sharpshooter, so it's like an add-on. So if you want to make a class that has like an SMG on it, if you want to rush around with an SMG and use the basic training where you get another weapon, and then you can put on a sniper rifle. So not only are you always invisible to the UAV, not only are you hidden to player control streaks, not only are your footsteps silent, but you can swap weapons fast and swap weapons to that sharpshooter, to that sniper, and add on the sniper sharpshooter division perk. So that's why I love the Mountain division. I think it's the best one. It's definitely the most stealthy one. You don't need airborne to run and gun. You know, you don't need to run as fast as possible. You know, the way I think about it, the faster you run, the quicker you get gunned. You know, you can't run into a gunfight because of the sprint out time. You will get destroyed. That's why I always say to, you know, run from point A to point B, but walk around corners, walk into high traffic areas, walk around high traffic areas. Because if you get caught running, baby, you getting caught gunning, and you're going to get gunned down. So that's why I like Mountain. You don't need to run airborne to run and gun. You know, when you look at Mountain class, you're always invisible, your footsteps are silent, and you got blind eye, you're hidden from those streaks. That's kind of like a Russian class to me, if you think about it. So that, in my opinion, is the best division in this game, guys. Don't forget to drop a like in this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Hit that notification bell to join the Bark March so you never have to miss an upload or a stream again, guys. And, you know, starting the new year, I'm going to be streaming full time. So make sure you guys hit that notification bell, because when I'm streaming, baby, you're going to get that notification that I'm live. So you can come chat, so you can come watch. Anyways, guys, stay cool, fools, don't hate, eat some cake, thick thighs and bright eyes. And as always, guys, keep on grinding.
Thank you for watching.